It's the second generation sensation.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Brian Hardy, and everybody has asked, are you going to do an audiobook? Are you able to read us your book? We don't feel like reading it. I don't read, this and that. So I've decided what I'm going to do. There's Ramona in the background. I've decided what I'm going to do is I am going to post a chapter at a time. When? I don't know. So, if you start digging it, buy the book. Go on Amazon, buy the book. Wrestling with Life, Rocking All Night, the Brian Hardy story. It's a hardcover book. It's 130 pages. It is my life in 15 chapters from about age 2 to somewhere in the ballpark of just this past year. Now, I started writing this book in 2017, and a lot of my views and opinions on things have not really changed, but there are some things that may seem a little bit out from where they were because I was writing it in 2017. That's when I started it, and I finished it up in 2021, I want to say, but then I left it sitting idle for almost half a year. So I went back in and some things had changed. So I wanted to share a little bit. I'm going to share the first chapter of this book with you guys, and yeah, let's do that now. So, all right, Wrestling with Life, Rocking All Night, the Brian Hardy story. This book is dedicated to my wife, Kayla, who has been by my side since the time we were teenagers. You have pushed me to reach for every single dream that I had, including the laptop you bought for me to write this book. Thank you for your unconditional love and support throughout the years. I love you. To my children, Alex, Ariel, Owen, Harry, Lacey, and Allison, I hope this is a story that you will be proud of and that you will show your children someday. The 6 of you are the very best accomplishments your mother and I have succeeded at. I want you all to chase your dreams and reach for the stars. I will be behind each one of you, cheering you on. Lots of love, Dad. All right, so just to give you a little insight on this kind of stuff. Chapters. There's 15 chapters, and they are as goes for the following. Early years, A Living Nightmare, School Days, Backyard Wrestling, Christmas 2000, Punk Rock Roots, High School Sweetheart, Here Comes a Baby, So You Want to Be in the Wrestling Business, From Not Booked to Running It, Extra Talent, California, Mexico, Brian's Wrestling Collection, and the Future. So there's 15 chapters there. I find it to be very good, and today we're just going to do early years. So here we go. Chapter 1, Early Years, Early Life. My youngest memory was sitting on my great-grandfather Leon's lap on a Saturday morning watching WWF wrestling. I was completely infatuated with the bright neon colors of Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, and most especially the Ultimate Warrior. At age 32, I often look back to age 2 and wonder if I enjoyed all the action or if I was captivated by the pageantry, the entrance, outfits, or the interviews. I was digging a male soap. It was at that moment in the rocking chair that my destiny was already picked for me. I didn't choose professional wrestling. Professional wrestling chose me. The year was 1993 when I first started hearing my mom say as she would put me on her waterbed, "Let's see if your daddy is on here tonight," as Monday Night Raw came on television from the Manhattan Center in New York City. A blonde-haired man with a black mustache. That's your daddy. I never remember seeing this man before in my life, and he is on TV wrestling the Steiner brothers. I was 3. I had no idea who this man was or what his story was. If he is my dad, why is he not here reading me a bedtime story? I never got it. This is my early relationship with this man. The backstory is I lived in a basement with my mom and my brother. I can remember standing up in my crib holding onto the bars and crying for someone to come pick me up. Every day was the same. The man who walked down the stairs to pick me up was my mother's father, my grandfather, Marvin. Many folks today see a tattoo on my left upper arm of a man and woman. Those are my grandparents, Marvin and Justine. They both played an extremely important role in my life. Marvin was in the Air Force and later worked for the Coast Guard, a very hard-working blue-collar man. As a child, I have so many great memories of him. After attending pre-K at Northeast each day, he would take me to 7-Eleven to get a blue raspberry Slurpee. Those are the best, by the way. I had him wrapped around my finger. He would take me to KB Toys in Herondale Mall often after his doctor visits, and he would buy me all the newest WWF action figures. The Undertaker, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, and Shawn Michaels, all made by Jakks Pacific. He was also my transportation every day to and from Sunset Elementary School, right in the back of the neighborhood. He would drive to the top of Bird Road, park the car, and hold my hand walking me down the path to school. He always made sure I made it to school safely each day. I don't know what it was, but there was something about that man that I found severe comfort in. Was it his soft hands? Was it his calm voice? Was it the smell of his Brute or Aqua Velva when he would lean over to hug me and wish me a great day at school? I'm not sure, but I knew I always felt safe. My grandpa, or Pop as I like to call him, was always there to get me at the end of the day. This is where Grandma left her legacy. Although breakfast was often prepared for me, I was never a morning person. Bacon sandwiches, eggs, and hot tea was Grandma's specialty. An episode of Saved by the Bell or the original 1966 Batman with Adam West. Then it was off to school. I was never really a fan of school, and I will get into that later, but the part I could not wait for at the end of the day was to get home to Grandma's snacks. Cookies, cakes, soda, fruit by the foot, and goldfish, you name it. She always had something there waiting for me when I got home. She was also the one who prepared dinners each night. Once I did my homework and had my snack, I could go out to play with the kids in the neighborhood. If she called my name out the front door, I better be able to hear her and go home immediately for dinner or before the streetlights came on. Otherwise, my ass was grass. And although I didn't know quite what that meant, I wasn't willing to try to find out. Where was my mom or my dad at this time? In 1992, when I was 2, my dad left my mom for a life of superstardom and a lady that fell in love with him while married to my mother. The follow-up to that comes later on. My mom worked for a job at the Department of Agriculture, a good paying gig, not bad at all for a lady that dropped out of school to marry the love of her life and had 2 boys to support and raise. The only problem, which really wasn't a problem to me, but I considered more of a blessing, was that she never really raised us. Her mother and her father did. Graham and Pop were by far the best folks and did everything in their power to give us a normal life. We were not poor, but we were not rich by any means. We got by. In 1993, my parents were divorced, and my mom was looking for some type of companion because love was important for her to find. I guess she was scared of raising 2 boys alone. I say even though she had always ran back to Grandma and Pop for help, she didn't want to live in her parents' basement forever. She went to a bar/club dancing with a friend and ended up meeting a man she instantly fell for. As I got older, my grandmother told me the story of how my mom said, "Oh, Mom, this guy is a dream and really smooth on the dance floor." The year was 1994. I was 4 years old, and all I know is that I'm being fitted for purple shorts, white shoes, white shirt. My brother and I are matching, and we have to carry wedding rings down the aisle of the church. Wait, what? She's marrying him? This guy? It's quick. They're saying they are getting a house built, and we won't be living at Grandma and Pop's anymore. Does this mean I'm going to have a dad now? We're going to have a house? We're going to be a real family? This seems like a dream come true. This seems like a dream come true. A real family, or so I thought. This dream, I would find out a short time later, was really a living nightmare. Chapter 1, guys. If you dig it, get the book, man. Seriously. Wrestling with Life, Rockin' All Night, available on Amazon now. This is Brian Hardy. Hope you guys have a great night.